Adam,
So
what's going
guys,
on, brother? What's
good to
happening?
see you. I see
I,
you have a
I'll
full.
dub Adam. I'll dub Adam as one of the most resilient founders in the space. I'll give him
Thousand
that. So
percent.
welcome back, Adam.
Thank you, thank you. I see that you have a fourth host on the show now.
Yes, our newest host. Yes.
Yeah, he's joining the squad. He's unpaid though. He's the intern.
He's the analyst.
Yeah. Whenever you see something on Twitter get messed up, just assume it's Josh's kid doing the
Yeah.
work.
Right.
Um,
You got someone to blame.
Nonetheless,
Cool.
man, it's been a little while since we've had you on. We know you've been working, improving, iterating on the Star product, trying to
Cooking.
change it up and get something to stick here. How have you been, bro?
Yeah, good man. Really good. We are currently at the network school in Malaysia. It's Balaji's like startup society that he set up to try and incubate like the highest caliber founders. I'm out here every day eating Brian Johnson designed meals and talking to some like S tier crypto and AI founders. So it's been really cool. It's a great environment to lock in. We've really been like very, very productive here. We'll bring Akshat from SurfCash on in a sec, but we met actually here at Network School amongst a bunch of other like really great founders. So yeah, it's been good. I think since the last event, we've learned a lot. We started to get a better understanding of like how to be a good launchpad, I guess, and like what kind of projects to curate. And I'm really excited about SurfCash and their raise. They're building something really cool in a market that's relatively untapped. And alongside their raise, we're going to be rolling out a bunch of new features, one of them being staking for star holders. So 1% of SurfCash's raise is going to be allocated to people that are staking star. We got a referral program on the way where you can basically earn money by referring other investors. So it's very similar to like the Hyperliquid referral model. And yeah, beyond that, just lining up a bunch of new companies, great panelists. We have a cool VC panel for this upcoming one. I just confirmed a surprise guest, which is also going to be really exciting. So overall, we feel like
Who's the surprise guest?
I can't share it yet, but he's like one of the old time liquid fund investors in the space. He's not on this panel. Yeah, he's a fifth surprise guest that we'll drop very soon. But it's a big liquid fund. We were having a call today, and he's like, yeah, so we only take positions in liquid tokens, and sometimes we do the small cap stuff, like 10 million, but they're mostly like position in like Solana and like blue chips and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of what's been new at Star.
Yeah, I want to get into SurfCash and what they're building and why you think this is going to maybe work better than the previous times. If we sit here and reflect a little bit, obviously you've had a lot of learning, and you said you've kind of done your BD a little bit differently. You're out in Malaysia right now doing lots of networking. If we had to reflect, what would you say is different? What are you doing differently now that you think should help going forward with this next raise?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I think, first of all, we're really focusing on one team at a time. I think last time we got real confident, we're like, okay, let's do 4 teams at the same time. It'll be sort of like a startup competition. It ended up just confusing people and sort of just scattering liquidity across 4 projects, which didn't really work out. I think there's also a degree of like analysis paralysis. So going forward, we're just going to do one team at a time. The episodes are going to be short and sweet, 5 minutes of pitching, 25 minutes of Q&A. So there's like a lot of time for panel interaction. The panelists will also be briefed on the team in advance so they can really ask like interesting, deep questions, because they'll already have a basic understanding of like what the team is working on. So that's kind of like the show format. And then in terms of like sourcing and prospecting, I think in the last month or so, I've tried to develop a much better understanding of like what sort of projects the market is looking for. And we had a few exchanges about that over Telegram, where like it matters a lot what is being launched at what time, right? So like a deep-in product right now would have a much harder time fundraising than a robotics project. And so we've kind of really, I think before, where we're taking a sort of shotgun approach to founder sourcing, now it's much more selective, and I think more like spearfishing, where we're like really looking within a specific category of technology and then sourcing accordingly. And those main topics are neobanks, prediction markets, robotics, and privacy. And then we're obviously on the hunt for new primitives, but it's new primitives only reveal themselves when they reveal themselves. So yeah.
I think one thing I'd attribute to MetaDAO, if I had to reflect on their success recently, is that exact thing you said. They're raising at the extremely perfect time for a lot of these tokens, right? Coming out with a stable coin when stablecoin emergence has been super hot. Coming out with a neobank when neobanks have been super hot. I think they've really nailed that on the head. And like you just mentioned, clearly you're aware of this. I think if you can do that, you can really align holders and, get quality projects. So it's a great point that you make there. And why do you think, SurfCash is coming at the right time? Like, what makes SurfCash fit that build?
I think we're seeing a tremendous wave of consumer appetite for basically like expanding beyond the traditional banking rails. And they are tapping into a market that is largely underserved, which is stablecoin payments in developing countries. And I think where you've seen Avicii, Cost is a little bit older, Fuse. They've sort of cracked a like consumer crypto card angle, but the space for making payments to, yeah, exactly. That's Caesar paying a Brazilian vendor in Sao Paulo. Like that space is wide open, right? And I was listening today to the Van Eck guy on the 11 a.m. show, and he was kind of talking about how the global South is like vastly underserved when it comes to crypto products. I think in the West we have like a tremendous amount of access, but these markets don't. So that gets me really excited. There are also founders that are based in the global South. Caesars in Sao Paulo, and Akshat and King are they're based here in Network School, but they're from India. So they have a good understanding of the market that they're serving, which is also like a big plus for us.
Yeah, it's fascinating. This is something we've quickly learned on the show because obviously we have a sponsor, Viva, $1 billion company in Bolivia. We've talked to so many, all the MetaDAO guys, all the projects launched there. And it is very apparent that everyone wants to get their hands on US dollars to barter. And they just don't have access to bank accounts. They don't have access to a stable currency. And it's so interesting to learn that these guys would much rather use some sort of crypto rails to have access to that rather than their local currency or the current way they do it. And like, when you say they're underserved, they're so underserved. It's like, it's mind blowing. It truly is. And like this business is massive because you got the main companies all focused on the US because that's where the money is, but there's so much opportunity left outside of that. I think we're realizing that very quickly. So
can I ask a question on this? And I was putting my son down for a nap, but is it that they're underserved, or is there so much entrenched regulation that there's like almost this protectionist environment in a lot of these, banking systems outside of the US that just doesn't allow something like crypto to even exist? Like say Bolivia, for instance, up until this summer, it was actually illegal to use cryptocurrencies, right? And so as soon as that flipped, it wasn't necessarily people weren't using crypto. There were still transactions, but it just wasn't, it was more of a regulatory barrier than anything.
Yeah, Adam, maybe could you speak to that?
That's a question that Akshat and Caesar are probably better at answering. I can only speak so much on their behalf. But
should we bring him up? He's in the audience. Yeah. I'd love a take on that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Akshat, Caesar, one of the two. Are you with us under the guise of SurfCash here? Maybe he's just chilling.
We are here, boys.
Yeah, we are here.
Oh, together.
Of course, man.
Let's go.
I traveled all the way from Brazil to Dubai to be here with the fam. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are in Dubai right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we can expect you. I know Adam's going to be in Abu Dhabi for Finance Week, Solana Conference, Met Dhabi. Are you guys going to be there rocking with him?
100%.
Yeah, 100%. So we all just got back from Pharma in Georgia. It's another pop-up focused on Solana economic zones. And now everyone's going to be at Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Yep.
Okay, it's great to get you guys in here. I actually didn't even know you were joining, but this is perfect. We were just having a conversation. I'm sure you guys overheard it about, just the underserved nature of pretty much everywhere outside the U.S. Maybe you guys could talk about it. Is it a regulatory thing that's prevented a lot of people from using stable coins and crypto in these other places, or is it just lack of service?
Yeah, it's more of lack of service. So what we do is we go from stablecoin to local payment rails. If I talk about Dubai, everyone uses QR, everyone uses a card, and crypto cards can fit in super easily. And I think that's pretty similar for the West. But in most of the places where, since we are building for nomads, and most of the places they live, it's like in Latam or in Southeast Asia, they do not have cards because one thing, it's quite expensive for the for every merchant to keep a terminal with them. It charges like 2.5% on their end, so they don't want to keep it. And when they need local bank transfer, the QR codes come into place, and it wasn't built because, yeah,
In the case of Brazil, the average fee when you pay, let's say on Copacabana and Ipanema, is 10% fee, dude. You are paying 10% fee on anything. Oh, you are being charged, I don't know, 50 reais for some drinks. You have to pay 55, or you have to pay 60. Like, the fees are insane, dude. Are insane, and it goes to the machine providers. It goes to the credit card providers. It goes also to the guys that provide the exchange rates. And at the end of the day, we are just we are using that because, to be honest, the banks are very old fashioned, man. Like, it's time for a change and something more like decentralized banking. Like, wherever you go, you can feel like a local. That's the goal of SurfCash.
So on that note, if Brazil charges 10% and then other places up to 50, 60+%, what are the margins looking like in this business that you guys are doing? Are you guys able to charge 1%, 3%, 5%? What does that look like?
we do 0.5%.
Yeah.
And that's better than competition.
Yeah, it's even if I talk about cards, it's like it's 0.5% us versus 2.5%.
Yeah. It's 6x to 10x cheaper regarding fees than the traditional ways of doing it. I mean, we're skipping Visa and MasterCard, that's what eats most of the fees. And then you also have the local bank, because that's you use the local bank rails to pay on that, and they also put a fee on top of that. So, and then you have the guy of the machine, so that's why it just adds up, and it adds up. Like, we are just cutting the middleman. So you have a USDC, scan the QR code, and let's go. That's it.
Okay.
And yeah,
I think we need to give you guys a proper intro and start this like a full interview. Like I said, this didn't know we were going to have you guys on, but we got you here. So let's do it. Maybe we could start wherever and just give us the names, backgrounds, and why you guys came together to build SurfCash here.
Cesar.
well, my name is Cesar. I'm the guy from the video buying the coconut in Brazil. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good coconut, very sweet, very cold. I'm a founder. I'm a serial founder. I have started around 8 companies, and 3 of them are doing quite well. And my best company is called Certify. We have issued over 1.5 million digital credentials, verifiable credentials, for education in Latin America. And we have impacted over 800,000 people. And the idea is that all these freshly graduates from university, they will not need to get a bank account or loans from normal traditional banks, but we can also onboard them to SurfCash. So we are creating like a very strong pipeline of users for SurfCash, because if we get the youth people early on in crypto, that's going to be a nice one. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I met Akshat in the Solana Founders Villa last year. And when I saw him, I saw a really, really, really smart guy. And I knew that I wanted to create something with him, because I've been working in the tech space, like in the document automation space, like even manufacturing and e-commerce. But I always wanted to jump into fintech. I still feel there's a lot of things to do here. And it happened that Akshat had the experience and and the passion working with perps before and a lot of stuff. So I wanted to learn about it and I wanted to create something with him. I think like it's a friendship and it's a mutual respect and appreciation for each other. So
Nice.
we have a great team, dude. It's about having a great team, about trusting each other and knowing that each other is doing really good job. Yeah.
Cool. I'll take
Nice.
it from now.
Yep.
So I dropped out of my college and I'm 21. I met Caesar in Founders Villa, Solana Founders Villa. We were alongside a bunch of other Solana founders, and that time I was building on something around pub stacks. Yeah. So yeah, we shipped until closed beta, and since that time the idea for SurfCash was born. And I've been into Solana ecosystem since like pre-FTX days, and been with part of Super Team and through all the previous bear market cycles, and have been trying to build things, and was a part of Build Space as well. And that's where I met more. I got more deeper into the Solana ecosystem, and I met Caesar at Founders Villa, and we've been trying and iterating with SurfCash and around payments for a while now. And we presented SurfCash at previous Founders Villa too. And yeah, that's how we met, and that's how we are working on.
And
So we
before
both
we
of
get,
us.
oh, sorry, keep going.
Okay, so both of us are nomads, and the problem we are solving is we faced it ourselves, and that's how we decided to solve it.
Yeah. And also I feel like when you have the neobanks, it's cool to use the neobanks, like some neobanks, but you don't make money of these neobanks unless you buy their stock, unless they do an IPO. Yeah, it's amazing. You are giving us cheap transactions, but I want to be part of that, So that's why we're having the token for the ecosystem to give back to create kind of like this, like the centralized banking experience where you own what you use, And the more you use it, you are benefiting yourself, because like it's gonna come back to you. It's not just gonna go back to the company,
Absolutely.
We believe in a decentralized system, dude. I think it's the way, and I think we all share the same. You were guys talking about network school and Balaji. Yeah, dude, that's the way, bro. I mean, it's unstoppable, Like who is gonna stop us? No one can stop us because it's decentralized, So. So
On
that's
that note, and
the
before we get into the product, Adam, as well as the next, that you invest in people, not necessarily products, right? When you met these guys at SurfCash, there must have been something that drew you to them, that gave you hope that they were going to be able to pull this off and take on this undertaking. Maybe some edification from your end, Adam. Why did you get excited when you met the SurfCash guys?
So it's funny. I reached out to Alex Scott from Super Team UAE to basically share. We had a deck going around to different founder communities on our next fundraising event, and he shared it in the Super Team UAE community, and that's how I got connected to Akshat. And we hopped on a call, and I was like, "Yeah, so like, where are you calling in from?" He's like, "Malaysia," and I'm like, "Wait, are you at network school?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Me too." So we're like literally in just like two different buildings in the same compound, and I think that was like that was already a big green flag for me, because the caliber of talent that's coming to network school is just ridiculous. I mean, there's people working in everything from neobanks to new languages that AI models are being trained on. It's just like there's literally a robot downstairs that you can play chess with, a physical robot
Wow.
that you can play a game of chess with, and it's just like sort of installation that's there anytime. So that was a big sign. And then I think after discussing more with Akshat and also their CTO, Chester, who's also a long-termer here at NS, I think I got to understand the product and the problem that it's solving a lot better. These guys have also received backing from Circle via numerous grant programs. So there's also like an institutional backing to SurfCash. And yeah, I mean, all of that stacks up with just like a hungry team with a vision to make this world just a little bit better. And those are the kind of people that I want to work with at Star and that I'm trying to empower. So yeah, that's the story more or less.
Love it.
Something that to characterize us is we are kind of like polymaths, like we know about finance, but we also know about entrepreneurship. We know about traveling. Like we have different areas of expertise, and that's where innovation happens. Like we have experience from pretty much, I don't know, over 70 countries added up. So we know that we see the same pattern, the same fucking problem. It's the same, dude. It's the same problem everywhere. So the market is huge, and the solution can be a pretty standardized product that is a decentralized standardized product. So being a polymath is, like being the man of the renaissance, that about multiple areas of discipline, also makes this team really, really cool. Like we are also cool people. We like adventure, we like biology, we like philosophy, we like history. So we create a full compact product that is powerful from every single angle. From the name SurfCash, you are surfing cash. Like everything is very compact in the product. So it reflects the personality of the team as well. So I think that also makes it very exciting for us. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's get the elevator pitch. What is this product you're building exactly? Why is it important, and what gaps are you filling in the market?
Okay,
Loaded
I'll
question.
take it. So yeah, it was with me that I had to carry 500 bills. It was this much just to pay my rent in Vietnam for a month. And it's not only me, it's like every nomad does it in Southeast Asia, because I cannot pay via a crypto card and I cannot get a local bank account to do the bank transfer to my landlord. And I had to make like 3 ATM trips just to get that bag of cash. So at that time I was thinking, like, how can we solve this problem? I'm living into this economy, I'm contributing to that, and I still cannot access that. It's very weird if you just think it normally. So I began researching about how can we connect to local payment rails, and luckily at that time one of my friends was building something around stablecoin to with local Vietnamese QRs, and that's how we got our first market to be Vietnam. And we want to be a bank for, it's like local payments for global citizens, nomads who live everywhere or travelers who go everywhere.
Every beautiful place doesn't necessarily have like machine to take cards, but they do have QR codes. Like QR codes have exploded in popularity.
Yep.
Like in Colombia, in Brazil, in Brazil everyone uses Pix, no one uses cards. You know, so we have to follow the society again. Society wants QR codes. Let's use QR codes with crypto. That's the way to go.
Absolutely. And for those that don't know, they're spot on. Everyone uses QR codes, especially in LATAM, and it's completely blown up. That being said, are you guys pre-rev? Do you have any users? Are you still in beta here? How far along in the development process are you guys?
So we have integrated the Vietnam local payments, and we are awaiting the App Store approval to go live. And we are already live on Solana Mobile. I have a seeker here with me, and yeah, here's SurfCash on
Let's
that.
go, dude. I gotta get it. Got the secret too.
Oh,
Let's go.
hey, is it the Saga?
I don't. This is the old one. Oh, I got the old one, dude.
Okay, yeah, it's Saga. It was called Saga. So yeah, this is a seeker, and I can run SurfCash on it, but we are waiting App Store approval to go live on App Store. And yeah, that's where we are. So as fast as we can get the approval, we'll be live like in maybe 5 days, maybe 7 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the BD strategy there? How are you guys gonna go and get this product into everybody's hands?
So we are going to target markets one by one. First is gonna be Vietnam and Da Nang, which is a really hot digital nomad spot, and we are gonna partner with local super team to do that. And we have some different plans, like every month on the first of every month, nomads panic to get rent. So first thing is we just show up to the local ATMs that, okay, you are paying 3% just to get your cash and fixed fees, so you can just pay rent like this at 0.5%. And there's
Oh, wow.
already a product. There's already a product called, yes, go on.
So you guys are gonna be boots on ground, camping outside the ATMs, just like use this.
Oh yeah, we are nomading and traveling all the times. It's zero CAC. And there's already a YC backed product called Morita Pay that does this, but it needs you to have US bank accounts. And secondly, it only works for business QR codes. Not, you cannot pay a landlord, but you can of course pay at a restaurant or something. So we are solving that with stablecoins. That's where stablecoins comes in, and we've got good support from Circle and Super Teams so far. So yeah, Super Team is a cheat code, as they say. We met at Super Team, we got product feedback and mentorship from Super Team, and now I met Adam at Super Team, and with Super Team we are gonna go to the markets, local markets.
Also,
Can
we
we
have
actually?
access.
No, please
We
continue. I'm
have
sorry.
access.
Mhm.
We have access to more than 150 universities in Latin America, and most of the universities, they have the crypto community, the finance community. So we're also reaching to those communities inside the universities.
Oh yeah, one more point I'd like to add. So right now, nomads use underground payment groups on Telegram. It's like they trust an unknown admin with escrow, and they send funds to the admin, and admin does to the other provider who transfers to the local QR. Like if I want to pay to some local guy, I need to send the QR code into the group, and then from the QR code, someone pays to that, and then I send them my USDC. So we are already in those Telegram groups, and quickest thing is that we are in talks and planning to make them ambassadors, the admins, and just legalize this thing, because all this runs in the gray area. So we just legalize it and give them 10% of whatever their referred users make.
Nice. So you guys are, I mean, you mentioned 150 universities in Latin America. You mentioned you have ties with, Circle, Super Team. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the relationship with Circle, as well as, are they just like providing like, was it just grants, or like, are they really getting in the weeds and providing hands-on support? Like what kind of feedback and relationship are you guys fostering with them?
Okay, so we were a part of Circle's USDC grants program, and we are integrating with Circle's programmable wallets for our embedded wallet, and they've been also focusing on that for a while, because not many people know that Circle offers an embedded wallet. And yeah, so we've been in touch with them for like around 1 year now, since we were exploring the integration and began the integration. We got some co-marketing support since then, and then there's a program called Circles it's Circles Alliance, yeah, Alliance program. So they have all the co-marketing support for the projects in their alliance.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Nice.
the raise a little bit. You guys are raising through Star. Maybe why did you guys choose Star? You had the conversation with Adam and you chose Star for your raise. Why did you choose Star number one? How much are you guys shooting to raise, and why is this going to be helpful in development and continuing to grow this company?
Yes.
Well, it's all about distribution. Like the product is amazing, but we win by product, but we also need to win on distribution. So it's just to put the word out there, like just distribution, man. Money will go to distribution, marketing, and also to close bigger partnerships. Bigger partnerships, like for example, like Certify, like partnerships that have like, I don't know, 1 million users in their applications. They have young people. So in order to get there, you need to be present. You need to be on the events. You need to be on the shows. You need to be wherever, You have to show yourself. Like you cannot just build a nice product from a cage. You need to be out there. And to be out there, you need money. That's the name of the game, especially in crypto where marketing is so expensive. So just to get the attention, I think that's the number one goal of the race, is just to get the attention of everyone. And also, we have a very bright future for the product. So it's just to keep that momentum going. Yeah. And also we are using programmable wallets, and you can do a lot of things with programmable wallets. So we have very exciting features, but we want to invest more in distribution than in the product itself, because the name of the game is distribution. Once everyone knows us, we can deploy amazing features. And the more we see the user experience and where the users want to take the company and the project, that's what the token is also for, like some sort of governance. We can deploy nice features, yeah. But yeah, we have very cool things under the table as well to show up to the people. Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about those? What are you guys going to offer? Maybe that that other
Massification,
people.
dude. Massification to bring everyone, like Web2 normies, like even all type of normies. We want to bring them to SurfCash, and we are building those bridges between Web2 people and Web3 people. Because the goal is this SurfCash is not useful just for. It's not just useful to pay with QR code payments. It's useful for a lot of things. Like international transactions. Salary
let me
payments.
picture a
Like
scenario.
it's a bunch of stuff, dude.
Yeah.
There are so many use cases.
So if you land, if you excited, like if you land in Vietnam, excited to live the digital nomad dream, so you need a lot of things. You need to, okay, payments is just one part of that, and others is like, okay, so these people live in hostels or rent their apartments and then work from co-working spaces and all. So for starting, we cannot promise the perks now, but we offer local perks. It's your local bank everywhere. So we get your deals from co-working spaces, from hostels, and and flight deals, insurance built in, Nomad insurance, and we also have 15% APY on staking. We have a really great provider from Solana ecosystem, and yeah, it's all.
We want to make grow your cash as well.
Yeah.
Like the moment you don't use your cash will be working for you. That's why programmable wallets are very important. You can cook a lot with programmable wallets, and that's why Circle is supporting us, because we have just like a little hint, like a way to invest your money when you are not using your cash. That's why we call it SurfCash as well. It's just not for payments, but to increase your bucks, like to increase your money while you are not doing anything, according to your risk profile, of course. But we have many ideas in that regard, and we have developed some prototyping in that regard, and it's very exciting, dude. But first, again, like distribution is the name of the game. You can have an amazing product with amazing features, but distribution is the name of the game. So
you guys will have multiple different strategies for yield generation when your cash is idle. Gotcha.
Yes, sir. And we are making use of programmable wallets. Yeah.
Can we talk about the
That's-
token
that's-
functionality and features as well on that? Like what is the purpose of the token? Obviously, you're raising and selling the token. Is there going to be some sort of equity anchorage? Is the token going to have buyback features? What's the reasoning for the token there?
Okay,
I
I'll
can-
take that. So
Akshat, I can start maybe with just a sort of announcement from our end. We are integrating Futarchy governance through an integration partner called Percent Markets, and SurfCash will basically be issuing a Futarchy token, where the protocol IP as well as the treasury will be governed by Futarchy. So we're essentially moving into a space of ownership tokens, as STT likes to call them, and SurfCash will be the first project on Star to pilot this model.
Wow, that's a big announcement. That's huge. Is that publicly known, or is this first time breaking news here?
What do you think, brother?
Alpha on
Wow.
MCG. Let's go.
Dang,
You heard
man.
it here first.
That's
Let's go.
that's huge. You know what? I'm glad you guys are going with that model. We're seeing so many people try to innovate on that, and obviously Futarchy has been like the people's choice, and it's clear that they have vested interest in that. So, wow. So you guys have gone through the process of figuring out how to route the money to the treasury and have voting governance rights over that.
Yeah,
Wow.
It's essentially it's a multi-sig that's governed by a Futarchy program with a specific decision market AMM. We'll have more details on the exact specifics going live in an article shortly, but yeah, it's essentially an ownership token. But Akshat and Caesar can talk about the rest of the tokenomics and the raise targets.
Let's go. What an announcement. Yeah, I'd love to hear about more of the economics there, Adam. That's huge. Or well, Caesar, and you guys can talk about that.
cool. So our raise target is 250K, and we are allocating 20% of token supply for that. And all of the funds are going to go to the Futarchy governed treasury, and we'll have some monthly allowance that's going to be 25K, and rest of, if we want to spend more, we'll need to get the approval from the holders. So it's really owning your bank, that you control where
Wow.
your bank goes. And I don't want to promise any buybacks or token burns now. It's all again depend. It's user owned bank, so users will decide it. If the holders will decide it, I'm no one to decide it. So if the proposal passes, we can have that. If not, then we cannot. And we are also looking to integrate some sort of thing that reduces the token supply, that users need to burn tokens, but it's all going to be abstracted away from the user. So at the end, it reduces the token supply, and which makes the token go better. So it's like, yeah, to explore, to get perks, users might need to burn tokens, and then it reduces the supply. It gives us power to get better deals. More users use the product. It's the flywheel.
Wow. And real quick to run it back, Adam, you're using Percent Markets to do that, which is launched through ZC, correct?
Yeah. We were initially gonna build this in-house and have this roll out like month 3 into SurfCash's raise and launch, but we got in touch with those guys, and they're building infra specifically for this use case. So we're going into a collaboration with them.
So what's the relationship like between the Z Combinator team, the Percent Markets team, and yourselves? What does that look like?
I think they've merged into one entity. I think they are actually just
Okay.
Z Combinator now. And essentially the way it works is, for now, proposals will be created and voted on or bet on via their page and their website to kind of serve the governance module here. We're looking at like a white label integration on Star, but that'll probably come in a couple weeks. And under the hood, what's happening is essentially a Futarchy AMM is set up for proposals. That's how the decisions are made, and the business relationship between Star and Z Combinator is that they are being routed a portion of trading fees for providing the continuous governance service.
Got you.
Wow.
Well, that's sorry, that's a huge update. I just wanted to double tap on that because that's crazy. Nonetheless, SurfCash, we can get back to it. So it's obviously this changes the dynamic of a token model. You obviously don't need to promise buybacks. You don't need to promise anything if it's going to be up to really the people to decide. So let's touch on that again. You got 25K monthly allowance. So if your goal is to raise $250,000, 25K of which will come out monthly for the team. If you need more for hiring, growth, whatever it is, you'll have to then raise a vote for that to go through and get more cash, correct?
Yeah, and we are going to be dropping an article just after the show, and I would like to show it here if I can present my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
can
Man,
absolutely
the
present the
audience, I
screen.
hope you guys are enjoying this. You're getting tons of alpha here.
Let's
And there is
go.
more. There is more,
There's
guys.
more,
There
there's
is
more.
more.
So
There is more.
here we go.
Yeah.
All right, your screen is up. Boom. Here's the article. Feel free to walk us through it.
Yeah, so here we tell like why crypto card is a myth that doesn't solve the problem, and the team, and then all about the raise, everything about the raise, and star stickers are gonna get 1%. It's a way to say thanks to the community that's been supporting us, and where we put the funds and governance, milestones, revenue, and we also have a quite innovative points program, like anti-points program, as we call that. So it's not for airdrop. It cannot be gamed or farmed airdrop from go-to-market vision. And December 5th, we'll see you on the shot.
Wow.
Yeah, and beyond these amazing features, there are a lot of strategic partnerships that we are cooking. Like when I talked to you about Certify with a user base, we have a very, 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 very big one as well in the Middle East, in Qatar. So I just came from there. So I was actually playing golf with them in Qatar, and it's a big one.
How'd
It's a
you
really
play?
big one. So you get my point. Is distribution is the name of the game, and the way to do the proper distribution is you go for the big ones, and because they already have the user base. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. How did you shoot in Qatar? Did you break 100?
You know these guys, they're competitor. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
Was I quick enough? Yeah.
Okay, wow. That's gonna we're gonna have to think a little bit about that one. That's some alpha. That is.
Please
Can you show
frame
the
it.
plane again? Can you show the plane again?
What do you say?
Can you show the plane again?
Is there a competitor from Qatar?
Oh,
That's
okay.
an obvious one, Caesar. You gave away too much, brother.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one's a big leak.
Was a
But
cute one. Was a cute one. Was a quick one. Yeah.
just a quick one. But no, this sounds crazy. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Adam, this is the most exciting update for Star, and I think the most interesting team that's come through your pipeline. I am really keen to see how this plays out. Like, again, so much credit to you for persisting through and, you know, figuring out and iterating on products to get to somewhere the people really enjoy and prefer the message. I think this whole Futarchy governance situation, better termed as ownership coins, has been massive. And I think the people really feel like they need some sort of stake in these companies. Because in the past, we've had these tokens, and it feels like we're truly shifting into an environment where the investors getting smarter, and they're not going to do the vaporware. They're not going to do the tokens with no intrinsic value. And I'm so glad SurfCash understands that, and they're you know, giving people a piece of it. So really proud of you guys.
That's why we are polymaths, you know. We are polymaths. We understand the user. We are the user, you know. We use this product. We build what we think is cool and what everyone else thinks is cool and is needed. Yeah, it's important, dude. It's important that is to have a cool product to use, you know. I feel
Absolutely.
proud of it. Yeah.
Good. No, you should feel proud of it. Again, like, this is something I just wasn't aware of. I would even say 6 months ago, I didn't know that people across borders just had such an issue with, you know, money and cash and payments and all this stuff. And it's been totally like eye-opening to see that there's such a big product there and such a big market. And I've been so interested to invest. That's why I love, you know, Avicii, and I'm excited for Solomon and some of the other MetaDAO projects, and excited for SurfCash too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the MetaDAO founder. I met him in San Francisco. We had a long chat this was in March. Yeah. I know this guy as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, they're
amazing.
cool.
A lot of
I love what
coming.
they're doing over there, but super
Well,
cool. I
look,
mean, you guys are
guys,
very aligned.
We appreciate you guys coming on, man. Dude, Adam, hats off to you, bro. I think you found something special here. And you guys at SurfCash, you know, we appreciate you guys coming on. I mean, tons of alpha for the audience. I know they enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it for sure. I guess last quick question before you leave from the community. We gotta wrap this in about like the 30-second. Loving this project. Are you guys planning to export outside of Vietnam? I'm in Costa Rica and would love to implement this here. A lot of digital nomads too.
Dude, 100 million %. 100 million %. 100 million %. We're coming there, but first we are coming to Brazil. That's the number 2 country. Yeah, after Vietnam, but we have a pipeline of countries. We also have Argentina. We have Colombia. Wherever there is a unified QR code of payments, you know, like in Brazil, you have a unified QR code of payments, you know, where all the banks got into an agreement of using a unified QR code of payments. That's where we are going to go for, you know. There are still some QR code payments that is like one bank use this QR code, the other one use the other QR code. But wherever this QR code is already unified, that's where we will go for. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
Yeah, of course, I've been to Costa Rica a million times. I know all Costa Rica, and dude, it's getting too expensive, Costa Rica. So let's make the buck more profitable for everyone. Yeah.
Well, like you said, you know the customer.
Huh?
Like you said, you know the customer. You were in their shoes, so you kind of build a product that you guys want to see. But look, we appreciate you guys coming on, man. It's been an excellent interview. Awesome conversation. Wishing you guys the best on your raise, and we'll be watching you guys. So if you want to come back, you got more updates for the community. Adam knows he's welcome back anytime, but we want to extend that invitation to you guys. So appreciate you guys coming on today.